Welcome to Wonder Garden. If you're new to orchid care, you're probably no stranger to scenes like this, orchids with wilted, rotting roots. Today, I'll share with you a super simple yet highly effective method to revive struggling orchids, helping them recover step by step until they bloom once again with beautiful flowers, just like when you first brought them home. Let's get started. This orchid has completely rotted at the crown, and usually in cases like this, many people would choose to throw it away, thinking there's no chance of saving it. The plant has lost all of its upper leaves, leaving only one leaf near the base, still green and holding on to its last bit of life. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. First, to begin reviving this orchid, gently remove it from the old growing medium. This step is crucial because it allows you to accurately assess the condition of the roots and completely eliminate any moldy or fungus-infected medium, the main culprits behind rotten root suffocation. Orchid rot often starts silently from the roots, usually due to overwatering or a growing medium that retains moisture for too long, creating ideal conditions for fungal infections to thrive. Once the fungus invades the root system, it slowly spreads upward through the stem, causing the plant to become mushy, turn black, and eventually rot away completely. Unfortunately, this orchid has gone through exactly that process. Next, use clean, sharp scissors to trim away all the roots that are mushy, soft, dark brown, or black, or have a foul smell. Only keep the roots that are still white, firm, and healthy, if there are any left. In many cases, the plant may be completely rootless, but as long as there's a bit of living tissue left at the base, there's still hope for recovery. The crown is continuing to rot and has now reached the last remaining leaf, so to be safe, I'm going to remove that final leaf to prevent any chance of the infection spreading back. The remaining part of the stem is still healthy. After trimming the roots, rinse the entire plant thoroughly with clean water. This helps wash away any remaining bacteria. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, don't hesitate. Click it now to support me and join the journey of caring for orchids. That way, you won't miss any tips to help your garden orchids grow healthier and bloom more beautifully than ever. After rinsing, let the base of the plant air dry in the shade for a few hours before moving on to the next step. To treat the orchid base, I'm going to use coffee. Coffee has mild antibacterial properties and is rich in antioxidants, which help cleanse the base, prevent mold growth, and support the healing of damaged plant tissue. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of coffee like this. Then, add 500 milliliters of boiling water and stir well until the coffee is fully dissolved. Cover and let the mixture cool to room temperature. Never use it while hot, as it can harm the orchid's fragile base. Once the coffee solution has completely cooled, I will filter out all the residue. We'll keep only the clear liquid, free of any impurities, to ensure it doesn't clog the roots or harm the highly sensitive base of the plant when used. Add 50 milliliters of clean water to dilute the solution. Next, I will soak the entire root base in this coffee solution for about 15 to 20 minutes. This helps cleanse the base, gently disinfect it, and provide a small amount of essential nutrients to stimulate new root growth. While waiting for the plant to soak, I'll prepare the next component of the fertilizer. The next ingredient I've chosen for this natural fertilizer is banana. This familiar fruit is not only rich in potassium, but also packed with vitamins and essential minerals that support orchid growth, especially during the blooming stage. As you can see, the banana I'm using today is overripe and even starting to spoil, but don't throw it away just yet. Bananas like this, though no longer edible, are actually an excellent source of organic fertilizer for plants. I'll be using the banana peel and cutting it into small pieces. This helps the nutrients in the peel dissolve more easily into the water during soaking. Then, I place all the banana peel pieces into a clean glass jar, making sure it's free of any grease or chemicals. Next, I pour about 500 milliliters of warm water into the jar. Be sure to leave some space at the top to allow for natural fermentation, as gas buildup can cause the liquid to expand. The next ingredient I'm using is blackstrap molasses. It's rich in minerals, especially potassium, calcium, iron, and magnesium, which are vital for strong root development, healthy shoots, and blooming. Molasses also provides a natural energy source for beneficial microbes during fermentation, boosting the effectiveness of the fertilizer. To enrich the fertilizer, I'll add a teaspoon of rice flour. It provides natural starch and B vitamins, which feed yeast and beneficial microbes during fermentation. This speeds up the breakdown of organic materials and makes the final solution easier for orchids to absorb. Finally, I'll cover the jar with a lid that has a small hole like this. The hole allows gases from fermentation to escape. To keep bacteria out while still letting gas out, I'll plug the hole with a piece of cotton. Keep the jar in a cool, shaded place for 5 days. After soaking for about 20 minutes, gently take the orchid out and pat it dry with a soft towel. To prevent fungi and bacteria from re-entering through the cut, I'll melt a candle and apply a bit of the wax directly onto the wound. This is a bottle of fermented banana GE I made 5 days ago. Now, it's ready to use on orchids. Well-fermented banana GE has a pleasant beer-like smell and usually forms a light white foam on top. I'll take about 50 milliliters of this banana garbage enzyme and dilute it to prepare a liquid fertilizer for the plants. The banana GE mixture not only provides a rich source of natural nutrients, but also stimulates new root growth and promotes the development of strong root pads. I'll dilute this solution with 1 liter of clean water before use. Then, pour the diluted banana GE into a cup and soak the orchid roots for about 10 minutes. This helps the plant absorb nutrients more easily, especially useful for orchids in recovery. I'll mix the remaining coffee solution with the banana GE to create a great foliar fertilizer, not just for orchids, but for all plants in the garden. I'll pour the mixture into a spray bottle for easy use. Once or twice a week, I spray it evenly on both the top and underside of the leaves. When sprayed on the leaves, the plant absorbs nutrients directly through the epidermis, quickly and effectively. The potassium from fermented banana helps the plant produce sugars, making blooms brighter and longer lasting. Calcium and magnesium keep the leaves thick, deep green, and healthy. Additionally, the vitamins and beneficial enzymes from fermentation support the growth of helpful microbes on the leaf surface, boosting the plant's immunity and natural disease resistance. The cooled coffee solution adds nitrogen and phosphorus, promoting new leaf, root, and bud growth. Its natural antioxidants help plants cope with weather changes, reducing leaf yellowing and rot during humid conditions. If you've added rice flour like I did, the B vitamins and starch in it will feed the microbial community, helping the plant recover faster after blooming or repotting. After soaking the orchid roots in the banana peel solution for about 10 minutes, I'll gently take the plant out and let it drain before replanting it in a new pot. Today, I'll use pine bark to repot this orchid. Pine bark is an ideal growing medium because it's well aerated, retains just enough moisture, and prevents root rot. Clean, firm pieces of bark create a stable environment that helps the plant anchor its roots and grow stronger after repotting. Finally, I'll add a thin layer of moss on top. This helps retain moisture in the pot and prevents water from evaporating too quickly after watering. After repotting, I'll place the orchid in a cool, well-ventilated spot, away from direct sunlight to help it settle. On regular days, just mist the plant to keep it moist. Continue watering with the banana GE solution once a week. After 3 weeks, since repotting and switching to organic fertilizer, the orchid has started growing a new shoot right beside the old base. A clear sign it's adapting well to its new environment. The roots are also thriving, with many white root tips reaching down into the growing medium, actively searching for nutrients. Other plants in the garden treated with this solution have also shown vigorous growth, proving the effectiveness of this method. The tiny shoot has now grown into a strong orchid branch. The new leaves are long, vibrant green, and naturally glossy, clear signs that the plant is absorbing nutrients from the care solution very well. But what truly surprised me was the root system. It's grown explosively, stretching out and spreading through every corner of the pot, even squeezing through the tiniest gaps in search of nutrients. This is a very positive sign that the plant isn't just surviving, it's making a strong comeback. With a healthy root system, the plant will thrive, new shoots grow quickly, and it will soon bloom again. That's why root care is always the most important step in the orchid recovery process. What do you think about this natural method for reviving orchids? Feel free to leave a comment below so others can learn from your experience too. I always enjoy reading and answering your questions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Wonder Garden so you won't miss any exciting plant care tips coming up. See you in the next video.